Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a catch can on my 2013 Corvette. So ever since I did the headers, I've had this real weird like phantom oil smell. You only smell it when you come to a light. It's kind of weird. It doesn't do it all the time, but you just get it every once in a while. I've looked and looked and looked to try and see if I can find an oil leak. I can't. So I talked to a couple folks on the forums. Everybody told me if you put a catch can on these cars, they said LS3s just kind of do this. It's kind of in their nature. So they said if you put the catch can on, should take care of some of that. Hopefully get rid of that problem altogether. And that's what we're going to do today. So if I have learned anything from my past transgressions with working with vehicles, I have learned that sometimes it just doesn't pay to buy the cheap stuff. So I went and got a good one. I know that eventually I'm going to do more to this car. So I went ahead and purchased a really nice system. Some of you may have heard of these guys before, but let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. Mighty Mouse Solutions. They are out of Virginia, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Dave Childress, they put together some really great products, and that is what I'm going to show you guys how to install today. Excuse the mess. Yeah, so also going to look into deleting the evap while we're here, just because it's ugly and it's in the way. So gonna look into that, and I will bring you guys along for all of this adventure. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna give you a quick run through of what all comes in the kit here. So for starters, we have your filter, which has this cool little 3D printed Mighty Mouse logo on the top. We have a little bit of 3/8 heater hose. That's important. You have your nice little billet mounting bracket here, which I did up for the nicer billet powder coated one. We have some AN fittings with some 3/8 style quick connect hose ends on them. And then we have our head mounting bracket. And then here we have some instructions. And here we have the can itself, which I have not opened yet, which we will do right here on camera. Let's go and slice it. So here we have it. Super nice unit, guys. As you can see, has a sight window in it. All the connections are marked. Made in the USA, of course, and very, very nice piece. So it has a drain on the bottom, and yeah, you can't get much nicer than this, guys. So like I said, guys, as you can see, you have your nice little sight piece here. That kind of lets you know when it's starting to fill up. This thing is all nice and baffled on the inside. Very solid piece. This is not your typical eBay catch can. This is a really solid. So it's going to be a little bit hard for me to film this per se. But what we're going to have to do is down there in between the throttle body and the intake, you can see that little line right there, that one. That has to come off, and it basically loops right back around and goes into the intake. That's the one that we need to take off. So there's a few things that need to move to get to it. Which one of those is this evap. So I'm going to do some research real quick and see what I actually have to do to delete the evap system, or to see if that's even a thing. And I will be right back once I figure that out. Yeah, so actually after some reading, it actually looks like it's going to be more trouble than it's worth to delete the evap lines or reroute them. So we're just going to leave these guys alone, but we do have to disconnect them and get them out of our way for a moment. So just to free up some room. So we're gonna do that, and looks like we can start by doing the one on the intake. This actually isn't the evap. This is just a fresh air vent for the valve cover, which I don't know if I can get with that. Yeah, that's gonna be a tricky one. I'm gonna need 2 hands for that. Yeah, see this little guy? This was the original PCV, and it was actually cracked, and it's full of oil. So that's where our smell was coming from. So this should really fix the problem. Okay, so we got everything unhooked. As you can see, basically our connection is going to go from there to there. there is a right and a wrong way to do this, so I'm going to show you in just a second. Everything's unhooked, and we're going to go ahead and do some setup over here and see what we need to do next. Alright guys, so check it out. So we got this here, which basically, this is going to bolt to our head like this. This guy here is going to bolt to this piece like this, which is basically going to hold our can. And the can is going to slip right down inside of there. And this is going to go on top of the can. And then we're going to run the lines. Alright guys, I'm not going to lie to you. This bracket, a little feistier than I had hoped. But not terrible. That bottom bolt's just a little hard to get started, but it's just because the water pump, not a lot of room to get your finger in there to get her started, but we got her. So we're gonna start putting stuff back together, and I will update you in just a second. All right guys, so basically what we're gonna do now, we're going to take our filter, and all that does is it basically just goes down on there, twist it, and it locks right in place. And that's about it for that. So the next step here is going to be setting it in the bracket, which I'm pretty sure it's going to set like this. I do have to play around with it a little bit. I gotta look at some pictures on the internet. I'm not sure if it's supposed to set up that high. I think it is, but I'm not 100% certain. So I'm gonna look at some pictures, make sure that that is the proper placement. I think it is. Alright guys, so I did do a little bit more research. That sight window does come out. It is supposed to set below that band. It does set a lot nicer like that. It's pretty sturdy. Obviously that can face a different way. We'll do that in a second here. But we need to make some lines. So that's our next. So very important guys, this one here, our black cap is going to be going into our valley cover, which is that one down there. And our red cap is going to be coming into our intake. So that evap may actually have to move. That might not work. I just realized that. So this might not be it yet. Bear with me guys. So guys, we did just learn that the evap solenoid bracket will not clear with this. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of relocating. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. I'll show you exactly how I did it in just a second here. All right guys, let me show you what we got. We got one line made up. This is our intake side. So you can see there, going from there to there. And we're getting ready to do our second line. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more involved with the evap than I had originally intended. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing is gonna be a lot nicer. It's gonna be a lot cleaner. And it's gonna get rid of a lot of this nonsense up here. It's gonna take me a little bit longer. I don't know if I'm gonna film all of it. It's gonna involve some soldering and some moving some things around. There is an easier way to do it, and I will show you that as well before I get into doing this. But yeah, it's this is gonna, I'm just a little bit more of a perfectionist, and I want it to look good as well as perform. So gonna try something a little different, and hopefully it'll pay off. All right guys, so let me show you what we got for the evap situation. We got both lines on, by the way. I will say they did not include any hose ends. I don't think it's a big deal because it's not like there's high pressure running through these guys. I probably would put them on just because I don't have any here, and I don't know if I can get them today. So I'm not too worried about it, but definitely gonna do it. So normally your evap solenoid will set here, which you still can do. As you can see, I've moved the lines already, which they're right here. You could just leave it dangle here. It's not gonna be a big deal. It's not gonna hurt anything. But I don't recommend that myself, and I don't like that because it doesn't look clean. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna come over here. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to mount it yet. Basically, it plugs into the firewall back there. That's where those lines start, and then it comes up here to the intake. So we're gonna make our own lines, and we're gonna mount this somewhere up here, and we're gonna run the wires for that plug over to here somewhere. Just get it down and out of the way so it hopefully won't be a big hindrance, and it can just sit here nice and peacefully and out of the way. Probably gonna put it like right here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'll show you guys what I've done once I get it done. All right guys, so basically what I've done is, like I said originally, it plugs back into the firewall back there. The lines come around here, they go over there into the solenoid, then back over here. So basically what I've made is I took some 3/8 heater hose, cut off the hose in there, cut off one of the 90s here, and basically have just made this nice little piece It's going to sit right in here when it's all said and done, and then we're just going to take that pigtail, we're going to make an extension, bring it over here, and that should take care of our whole little issue. So again, I don't have any hose ends. I'm hoping it's not going to be a big issue. I guess I'm just going to have to go find some, but I don't know where I'm going to get those right now. I might just have to order them and wait. But I don't think it'll be a real big issue driving it. It's not like they're under a lot of pressure. This car's not boosted, so they shouldn't see anything crazy pressure-wise. So hopefully this will work, and yeah, I hope I did that right. We'll see. All right, guys. So pretty much done here. Just finished up this harness. I kind of overkilled it, but I usually do when it comes to wiring. So I loomed it off real nice. It's just gonna lay across there and tuck in real nice. It'll get zip tied in and look prettier than that, but it'll clip into the solenoid, which is gonna sit right here. Everything's pretty much ready to go. I did find some hose clamps. I'm going to go ahead and clamp everything together, wire tie everything, and I'm just gonna button everything up here. I did manage to, in my boredom, paint the logo to match the car, so that's kind of cool. That came out nice. So yeah, moving right along. I'll bring you guys a little update when I get finished here, and we're almost done. All right, guys, so that's pretty much a wrap for the Mighty Mouse catch can install. Really happy with the way this kit came out, and can't wait to see how it performs. I'll give you guys an update here soon, hopefully. I'm pretty sure it's going to take care of our problem, though. I have no doubt about that. And yeah, not a bad install, other than that little evap thing, but there's a couple ways around that. My solution might not be the best, but it worked out for me. By the way, here's all that. It's installed now, and I think it's going to work out pretty good for me. So yeah, we may go play with this later, because that came in. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but the Draggy performance meter. Yeah, so I picked up a Draggy, and me and Cody played with it a little bit the other night. We did get the car to run 1230. Yeah, 1237, I think it ran at 117 mile an hour. Supposedly these things are pretty accurate. They've tested them against like V-boxes and stuff like that, and they do pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna probably play around with this a little bit more tonight on his car, maybe. Probably bring mine out a little bit, and maybe we'll take some video, and I'll throw that in here too. And then we might be going on an adventure tomorrow. If we do, I'll vlog it, and it'll just continue where this leaves off. But we'll see. Alright guys, so the adventure that I said might happen after this didn't actually happen. I'm actually filming this like I think it's like a week later. Yeah, I'm terrible about posting vlogs, I know. So I wanted to wrap the vlog up, but I did have a couple more announcements. So as I'm sure some of you guys have heard, it sounds like we're kind of coming to the end of this whole like virus crap, and it sounds like we're going to be able to start doing some stuff. So it sounds like we're going to be able to get back to doing some of our like regular filming and, you know, our regular event schedule and stuff like that. Hopefully. Unfortunately, we will not be in Ocean City for the spring, but I don't guess really anybody will be. So, yeah, that kind of sucks, but, so, yeah, another little update. We did buy a new camera. It should be here very soon. Won't say exactly what we got, but we basically got a pro-level video camera, like actual camcorder. So hopefully our race coverage is going to go up another level. And it's a Sony, so it kind of goes with what we already have and the system we're already on, and pretty excited about it, and pretty excited to see what we can bring you with it. And hopefully we're going to be doing a lot more streety things, and some more track stuff too. And this thing is really going to hopefully up the production quality and hopefully bring you guys a lot more exciting content. And we're going to be following some of our street guys around and doing some pretty cool stuff there, so definitely stay tuned. Oh, I am going to throw one random clip in here. So here's a little backstory on this. I can't say who's building this. I'm going to bleep out the name, but me and Ray went and picked this up for a builder the other day, and I'm going to put just a little clip in it here, and I'm going to put in the rendering. I'm going to show you guys what we're building. And it's not us that's building it, but the guy that bought the car is building it. He just doesn't want his wife to know that he's bought this thing yet. So, little backstory. We went down to Virginia, it's been probably 2-3 weeks ago, and we picked up this thing is one of the original backup cars for the Black Magic funny car, which was a Vega funny car in the 70s. And we found the body. Well, we didn't. He did. And me and Ray went and picked it up for him, and we're going to turn it into a street car. So here's a couple little clips of us picking it up, and I'm going to throw in a little shot of the rendering that I did for him. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool project, and very excited to bring you guys along on that ride.
Oh, no shit. He likes
this is a $30,000 transmission.
Yeah, he's a lever guy.
And there's $40,000 splicer rear end in it.
No shit.
It was about that wide. It was all brakes and gears. That's all work.
That's what his Fiat looks like.
Anyway, they wasn't old enough to drive, so they called a friend that was 18 years old. He brought his daddy's truck there. They took this off and set it over there. Up there.
Yeah.
And they loaded the frame and everything else up on the back of the truck. I don't know how they got it up on that, but they put the tailgate. When I was told that the man next door in the garage was, they put the front end up on the truck. Then you put the couple on the front of the bumper on the truck. And went over top of the cab and hooked to this.
Oh shit!
The frame and drug it up onto the truck and had the wheel sitting over top of the cab.
No shit.
They took it down to the scrap yard and sold it for $122.
No shit.
Don't cry. I wanted to.
And here's the auto.
So, yeah, we got it. On Daddy when we got it. And just wanted to give you guys some quick updates on a few things. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.